Hello. Good evening. What's up? Give people a few minutes as I set my stuff up. You know how I like to do it. It's been a while. Yes, I know. Let me do this. Okay. Let me adjust my window. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. I can see it now. As y'all know, it's been a while since I gone live. And, as I sit back and observe a lot of things here on the YouTube streams and some things that, as any person, observing. Today's message, I think it needs to be said for any person that's either watching YouTube or it's going to be a future content creator on here. This one is for you, people. The title, What Not to Do as a Content Creator on YouTube. Creator. Sounds like a good subject. One thing, as y'all know, for the many videos or the few videos I like to say I've done so far, is that as you do these videos and content, you're supposed to grow, not only understanding of the software, the technology, and all the juicy stuff on here, but you're supposed to be mindful and careful of what you do on here, at least. And as y'all know, for a lot of people, we as a collective or any regular creator on YouTube, we have not really actually learned at all. And what I mean by this is there are certain things you keep to yourself if you're gonna put yourself on here, on YouTube. And I know a lot of people do videos of cooking, building, gossip, or educating people. Some go as far as show their actual face and show their expressions and how they look and feel when they're deciphering information on camera. And there are those that are good with just sharing videos or uploading videos on particular topics that might be boring or hot topics that is juicy in the form of gossip. Mostly things that's juicy are things that people like to hear, the fuckery of things. These are things that people take and do on here on the YouTube streams. But today, I'm going to take a step further and go a different approach to things. One of them I like to call the things that you should always be aware or not do. And there's not really a long list of things, but I'll just come up with my interpretation and my views of the do's and don'ts, especially if you're going to be well known or popular or becoming popular on here on YouTube. Number one, keep your friends away and keep yourself closer to what you're doing. Now that sounds weird, but what I mean by that? If you're a person, male, female, and you like to run your mouth and talk your personal business of any sort to people that either you're close with or people you're not really close with, people that don't live near you or you have not seen ever in your life, or people, and or the people that you're close to and you get access to. Number one, rule number one, you keep your friends, you keep your enemies far distance, and you keep yourself close to what you're doing on YouTube. Because anything, any information that you don't want out or be leaked through social media or other streams on here will be known. And once it's been put out, it will spread like wildfire, like serious fire. Fire that you never even expect hit you, and no form of extinguisher could out this fire that was flinged on you. So if you know any secrets that you like to disclose with people that you feel you could trust, or things that you don't even want to tell on yourself, my advice, keep that to yourself. If you don't, the only thing that's going to happen is that you're just going to get an exposed video or a leak message on a specific social media site, which will destroy your credibility to the message that you put out here as a person, male or female. Especially if you are in the business of, talking crap of opposite sex or different races. Keep that in mind, that you keep your personal business and the things that you don't want nobody to know to yourself. Doing this will further your, I would say, let's say conversation, your further career or your so-called existence here on this YouTube stream. Number two, always, when you do anything, make sure that you put out information that people could at least check on their own. And don't run off the mouth creating things or uninterpret things that's in existence that people know that can be found to be bullshit and a lie from reading a book of what is reality, like things in race or things that happen in history can be validated not by just a Google search, but a simple textbook. If you could find one and pick up one. Remember, reading is fundamental, by people. And also be sure to not say goofy stuff. I don't like using the word goofy stuff about things that happened in ancient time and you have no knowledge of whatsoever. And I was listening to a previous live stream from a great panel having discussions with, I guess, religious Bible thumpers about the existence of gold and how they view that gold does not exist in Africa. This is the insanity that's going on in the minds of people that follow false religions or join stupid, idiotic religious cults. And we have a lot of them out here in these streets, from the flat earthers, the Hebrew Israelites, to the Christians, Muslims. We can keep going on. They exist, So anytime anyone that said they follow this, they're under some type of religious movement, and they say some idiotic stuff like that out their mouth, please turn around and walk away and tell him to go, screw himself. I'm not trying to cuss today because I'm not in a cuss mood. So I'm gonna try to be respectful as possible. So that's number 2. Number 3, and this is probably a very important one. And I think I might have said this in previous videos. Do not create tension with other YouTubers because you have a disagreement and making not one but multiple videos towards other content creators. I'm not sure if I said this before, but if not, this will probably be a reminder because repetition is key. As you know, a lot of people will sit there, wait for the opportunity to, I would say, they will have a disagreement with a particular content creator where they beef each other on the one stream and they go back and forth. They go back and forth to a point where one of them has been discredited while the other might be victorious. But at the end of the day of the battle, the fuss and fight, either which side would win, both individuals will lose at the end of this day. And with the loss could result in a termination of one of their channels or a loss of subscribers or a loss of their source of revenue here on YouTube. Because people do make money on YouTube. They might not make a whole bunch of money, substantial amount of money, but they make money nonetheless. And there's a certain income stream, depending on your financial situation, you do not want to lose. And creating turmoil and beef with other content creators because you have a disagreement and you take it a step further to not only discredit yourself, but that other content creator could hurt you in the long run. There are many content creators that have lost channels. Hell, even lost money, which it takes a while for them to get back. All right. So that's the other thing. And I'm trying to think of other things. And as I wait, let me send some links. Okay. Oh, you know what? And as I do this, okay. Who else have I forgot on here? Oh. Okay. All right. Let me go back to my video. Let's try that. Okay. Oh, you're here. So sad. How you doing?
What's up?
What's up? What's up? Yeah. I know I just sent you out the link. As you know, the title subject: what not to do as a content creator on YouTube. Any thoughts and feelings and opinions to the subject? I already said my 3 things, you know, on this.
What not to do as a content creator?
Yeah, I'm noticing a lot of YouTubers, from what we have here witnessed, and we don't have to say names, but as we know, there's certain things. If you're going to do certain things out here and create a persona of yourself, or you want to, create tension with other content creators, there are things that's going to happen to you, that
Right.
either might get your content flagged or your channel shut down. And depending if this is a source of revenue, it can hurt your pockets a little bit. So, the purpose of tonight's broadcast is to air out the little things. I already share my little few things not to do, you know. I could probably give an example, and you could probably follow suit. One of them is keep your enemies far away and keep yourself closer to your content. And what I mean by this is that, if you know something about yourself or any spill like little inner secrets to other people that either you're close with or people that you might be close but don't live close enough to, they could air out your business, certain secrets that you don't want yourself to be telling out here that somebody else could reveal to discredit your credibility as a content creator. That's one of them. The other two ones, if I remember what it was, I think the other two, I should write this down, but that's one of them. So I'm not sure, Savage, so if you have your take on it or anything that you want to elaborate or emphasize.
I would say you'd have to stay away from drama. That would be one.
Okay.
Stay away from drama. Another one,
I don't know
try
if you
not.
want. Yeah, go ahead.
I would
Sorry,
say
go
the
ahead.
second one would be try not to watch out for the YouTube police or whatever, because they'll try to get your stuff taken down. So you
Go
gotta
on.
watch out for them, and
Mm-hmm.
then try to make sure your stuff is not is make it hard for people to censor what you're saying. So try to use code words and stuff, code language.
You know, elaborate more on either 2 out of 3 will be good because and much times they'll hear this, but we wanted to give at least a little detail so people have an understanding. So I'm not sure if you want to elaborate in regards to YouTube police to all this stuff. You could expound a little bit more on it.
Okay, so like with the YouTube police, that's basically like we have to understand YouTube is like is dominantly female. So
Hmm.
they're going to have bias towards men. So yes, that's why you have to watch out for them
Mm-hmm.
and try to make it so it's not so easy for them to take your stuff down, because they will just take it down if given the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And then with the code language, that kind of goes hand in hand with the YouTube police, because you have code language, it'll be harder for them to be able to take your stuff down. So
I
like
see.
use certain words, like instead of using a word that might be uh politically correct or whatever, try to use another word so they don't know what you're talking about, but your audience knows what you're talking about.
Interesting. Very interesting. You said about even coded language and YouTube police. You know, I never did a serious analyze who in here on YouTube watched the most, men and women. I never did an actual breakdown the numbers. And like you said, there are a lot of females out here that's consuming YouTube content. Am I right? So,
Hmm. Yeah, they are.
so, so these females on an everyday basis, besides watching foolishness like Love and Hip Hop, Housewives Atlanta, and those little drama shows, even Empire, which
Right.
women still watch. And funny, since I mentioned Empire, as people know that one particular male got attacked by Caucasoids, and they were using homo words towards this man. And I'm not sure if there's any videotape on it, but these are the shows Black women love to watch.
Oh yeah,
They
definitely.
indulge in watching it. So when I look at female, effery on an all-time high, it's it's a real thing. It's so real that it just gets ridiculous. That a lot of real men, when they really analyze women, don't take majority of our sisters seriously because of the foolishness they conduct themselves.
Right.
There's no shame in them. So to find out that they're on YouTube heavily and they're watching what males will say about them, either to their liking, they will go out the way to sit there have your channel. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they
Even
will.
and I know this happened to BJ's Igmore. But one of his streams he did a month ago. And actually it happened. And he was talking about just interracial coupling. And lo and behold, his channel got, I mean, is that thing he uploaded was gone.
Right,
Some of us
right.
standard. And the problem with YouTube's not being very specific of their standards. And there's reason for that. And the reason for this is because right now, many corporations are putting money into YouTube with advertisement.
Right,
And
right.
YouTube knows that they're getting billions of dollars annually now from corporations now that got the money. So the little guy sir that's putting out his little content here and there, he can get easily pushed off if he says the wrong thing to
Exactly.
YouTube. They're not being stuff or standards. And that's what happens Eurocentric control platform that you don't control. They bend and twist the rules every day, all day, every day. And if they feel said your content that you put out, even the coded language, is inappropriate, and they start viewing it and checking on it because of the help of analytics and algorithms, they'll just say, "Oh
Right.
no, we have this right here. Put that flag. Put a strike. We'll get more. Yes, yeah, take that down, please. We don't want that in the streams. We got to keep pushing our false propaganda. We can't have this Negro stuff on here. That's how
Mm-hmm.
they will think. So, it's bad enough that we have going to them on the people that create now terms of now they're going to put more some real deep political stuff or things that need to be said to balance out or fight back over the propaganda nonsense on
Right.
YouTube. Not just the news, but YouTube, especially because of hour on YouTube more than basic TV. So that tells you something that if most of the viewers are drawn away from the foolishness that's on regular TV that they spend like $150 or $200 a month, which these cable bills are high, they're going to turn
Mm-hmm.
to it and watch some things that they want be in control. And now that people that is creating the counteraction to the systematic or minds, they have to control this altogether. And it's going to put a lot of strain to the people that's putting out real balanced content on here. And we need these contents out here to push back and balance the psyche of people. Because one thing is evident, program is a reality.
Mm-hmm. It
And
is.
not just males, but a lot to the females. Matter of fact, I'm
I
more
think
concerned. Yeah, go ahead.
I would say there's more programming done to the females than the males since they watch. I think they it said that they consume more television on a daily basis.
I think it might be the same percentage wise, but I wouldn't doubt it because, and I'm gonna tell you a story since y'all listening. I come across a few females. One I know that I talk to sometimes, and the other ones I see sometimes when I'm buying something. And I noticed this particular woman, not sure her age, she was reading something on her tablet. So she was reading like a Kindle book. I said, "What is that you're reading?" She's reading a nonfiction book. So okay, what nonfiction? What? And you know what? What she was really reading? She was reading something about love, some hood stuff. And I looked there and I said, "Why would you want to waste time and energy downloading reading something that you see every day on television, or if you're around black people, you see that in the streets?" I mean, you can't grow mentally reading garbage like that. It's bit off, and she said, now she told me, she said she reads other things that might be stimulant, but this is the most things she like to consume. And I said, if it's not consuming to your thoughts to improve your thinking or to make you look at reality differently, you are being programmed for nonsense, and you're going to continue the effery of
Right.
things. And that's not what you want as a adult woman. You know, we want your minds to be proper and right, because some of these dudes might be not acting right, but I guarantee one thing: they're not stupid like mental like the females out here. And these are women that have a degree. And I tell people many times, because you had a piece of paper, it doesn't decide that you're a better person, not only spiritually but mentally. You are just heavily controlled. Matter of fact, everything that you digest is like you're gonna resort back like a parrot, recite back like a parrot. There's no growth or better in thoughts, which lead to your actions. Once you go through a certain amount of so-called education in these universities, you know, and a lot of people feel sedate, and you know, and I know this is not some really based on the topic dealing with women, but since I'm talking about it, that I am very convinced that, you know, when we look at our sisters, some I could feel can be saved, but the majority of them are willing to fall to the wayside and don't want nothing to be saved at all.
Yeah.
They feel what they're doing is fine and it's normal and normal behavior. Even with the videos that I've seen has happened, and you know what I'm talking about, Savage Soul, where people
Hmm.
just give money or condone behaviors.
Yeah, they are.
And instead of shaming this, because this is a bad look for the average sister to know that you're engaged in this and other women are going to cape for you on this. And maybe men. That's not good. That's not good at all. And and the reason why I tell people right now, because of the stream, I'm not cussing for now. I'm trying to be culture just as one time. That yeah, I had to sit back and say, y'all ladies don't really want no change. Y'all love the situation you're in now. Matter of fact, you want the chaos to continue. No, that's my name. Ding. But you know, you love the chaos. You do not want no order. And you don't want no man that has order and discipline. Like Sterling Gray just said, you're not gonna deal with that discipline at all. It's not in you right now. So if you're not in that direction of being proper and disciplined and carry yourself out like a female, feminine, or a woman, then you don't. It's like you serve no purpose. You know, it's hard for men to really operate the way you are, and we had to deal with women that act and conduct themselves like males or
Hmm.
masculine energy. We can't have two phalluses in the house. There only can be one phallus and one yoni. You know what I'm saying? I should be the one being the poking, not the other way. You're not poking me, I'm poking you. You know? And I'm just being funny. But yeah. But anything else? Anything else you want to say? Oh yeah, and what if before you say social, the code. Code is very important, and at times I'm probably will be using more coded language in enough of my videos down the line. And it's just the sake because I try to keep it interesting. So you know, as things grow, I will be using different language. I want people to know now, and the tiles might not make sense at first, but you will understand. You know, and not only that, you know, the if you ring the bell, hit the bell, most likely the algorithm's not gonna pick up on this shit. You know, basically. You know? And I know it's why it's doing this for a lot of content creators, because sometimes the title itself might not be friendly or it might draw too much attention, you know.
Right.
Remember, these algorithms are very intelligent, you know, and people don't got to book an algorithm. I advise people buy a simple page book on it. You'll learn something, you know, but these things run off, you know, codes and language and all that stuff. So it goes through the system and it goes through a fast speeding process and it comes back out to the people that has an internet connection. So, yeah. Now, anything else you want to disclose?
Oh
So,
no, no, there's nothing else.
mhm. Another thing, I did share other people on here to come on, and I'm not sure. And people, oh, let me write some in the chat room. 1 second. And to let everybody know, I have not made no mods yet on here. Hello. Close. Okay. Down the line, I will probably put some people on here mods within soon, depending when I start getting more of a attraction audience on here. And the purpose, I might have to start doing this because I don't know who will come on this chat room to express their views and opinions, you know. And really, I don't really indulge in too much buffoonery and foolishness on my page. So it's not gonna be most popular on here for most people that will, and I'll let people know now, it will be deemed what we call boring on here for those, but you're gonna learn something, damn it. That's the purpose of this page on YouTube. I'll try to keep as consistent as possible. Sometimes I might make it a little fun and interesting, but overall it's gonna be more serious on my page moving forward, which I, you know, made a conscious decision to do. And, you know, I try not to really, because right now I only compete how I allow on me competing out here. I'm not gonna sit there, take a lot of prisoners, or you know, take people out of some other people's channel stuff. But I tell people I take a little time, say what I have to say, keep it pushing, you know. And it depends if the conversation gets good, I might extend it further. But usually, like always, I keep these shows to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Most like I'll push an hour, maybe a little longer, depending on the subject and the conversation. But I keep it as low as possible for y'all attention span. That's the only thing I could do for most y'all, for my people. You know, 'cause I know y'all attention span is very low. Very low. Sometimes y'all might watch them for less than a minute and you go on, move on to the next one. And our people gotta improve on that. Because if your attention span it doesn't reach more than 5 to 10 minutes, then you got problems. You know. And I know of a good book, and we find this book. And it's called Unlimited Memory. The book for those that's looking that's want to read, get on Kindle, Amazon. It does set in one of the pages about concentration and your focus. I ain't gonna go into the book today, but down the line I might read a few chapters here and there for people to know. But if you don't invest in your time to concentrate on one thing, you're not gonna learn or grow at all. And if you're constantly moving or fidgeting or all over the place, this is what happens. You know, a good topic that might be relevant in your life, you will not sit there and watch for more than 10 minutes. You'll sit there be on the next thing to watch some things that won't benefit your life, like gossip and buffoonery, which we indulge too much as a collective on an everyday basis. Hold on. So I think that's pretty much. Anything else you want to say, Soul Savage? Because I passed certain time.
Oh yeah, our people, they like to be entertained. That's the main. They're always looking to be entertained. So I thought if you're trying to teach them something, you gotta kind of sneak it in there to where they're being entertained, but they're really learning at the same time.
And you know, and there's ways to do that to keep their attention span going.
Right.
You know, being live, if they put like an actual live video of themselves moving and twitching, that might keep the attention span going a little bit. But at the end of the day, I tell people many times, not everybody's going to be saved because a lot of people don't focus on the right things.
Oh yeah.
And if you indulge too much on one thing, you're definitely not looking forward to improving growth, not just your body, spiritual, but your what's in your head mentally. You know what I'm saying? Which is really the biggest fight of all. What's in your head? You know what I'm saying? And you mentioned this earlier on a stream earlier about, you know, the programming. And you said that you're concerned that the one weakness we have from the Black community is that too many of our children are exposed to too much things on the television.
Oh yeah, they are. It's like, cause the mother, she has to work, and she's by herself. Like, the TV will usually be what will raise the child. You know what I mean? If she got to go to work, she got to go to work, and the kid will just sit and watch the TV all day, and absorb all that information, whatever's on it, and then that's what they'll believe. And once you,
And 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 there's reasons for that. And the reason for that is, and this is why it's important that YouTube will might help in that situation, but then again, because our children are what we call digital babies,
mm-hmm.
they know how to operate these devices much faster than the parents, depending on the age of the parents. And I'm very shocked to find most kids your age, particularly Soul Savage, that don't even know how to operate a simple Google Hangout, which I find it problematic.
Yes.
I'm saying this should be your thing. You should be like, you know what I'm saying? For me, I had to sit there and learn how to operate Google Hangout. You know what I'm saying? And use repetition makes me better. But as a young person that's not even over the age of 20 or in your mid 20s, and you don't know how to do that, that's a problem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be watching these streams, and I know a lot of people that want to jump into certain hangouts or simple things to find certain things or link. They can't do it because they don't know how to operate a simple digital device, whether it's your cell phone or your computer, especially your cell phone, because this should be the tool you should be learning and grasping and mastering out of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? Because everything you do on an everyday basis is on the phone. And if you can't do just that, what else you don't think you could do? I mean, you could probably send a text message, and that's easy. But other than that, you don't know how to utilize the weapon you have in your hand. And it's a problem. This is a great weapon. You know what I'm saying? I would say the great equalizer. It could either you could build or destroy with it, And I'm not talking about the Denzel Washington Equalizer 1 and 2, which are excellent movies. If people haven't seen the first one or second one, I advise people to look those movies out. You know what I'm saying? Watch it. Own it on DVD.
That was a good movie.
It's an excellent movie. You know what I'm saying? It shows not only a black man, but a black hero man.
Mm-hmm.
A man that over his own narrative. These are movies that you should have your children watch. I kind of give Denzel Washington credit for creating this because there was a need. There's no actual black man doing some great things. Regardless, he protected other races of people, but you see your image in yourself doing things. And not only that, it's showing black men in the military doing some real things, skillful things. Because if people did not know, The Equalizer 1 and 2. What's his name? The character Denzel Washington played, Doug, is a CIA black operative. So he's a trained Navy SEAL person. Last time I checked. Or in many positions in the military. He's very trained. And if you watch how he moves on the scene in the cinema, he's very precision in his execution. So when you hear that, when you see him look around his environment, see what is available in his disposal, he looks at his opponent and said, 30 seconds, press, count, start, execute them, and neutralize his targets within under 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
That right there is that's skill. If you want your children to understand real skill, have them watch that movie. I recommend they watch that movie. Hold on a second. Matter of fact, let me do this. It's too bad I can't. I don't know if I could play this on here on YouTube. I don't think so. Now, I'm not gonna play it because I don't know if it might be an issue. Because like always, the stream is limited. So I'm not gonna do that. All right. Yeah, but if you never watched the Soul Shader of Soul Savage, watch it. And if you don't own it, I would say this. This is what I want you to do because you don't have kids yet. Do
Oh,
this.
oh yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, okay. I know you don't have children yet, but do this. Start creating a library of not just books, but a library of DVDs or digital movies. And you keep them around, you organize them. So that way, if you're in front of other youngsters or your own kids, you let this run and play. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because actual real control program our people should do. You know what I'm saying? And by doing this, you further control the narrative of what your children get out of reality.
Exactly.
You don't let them sit on. And I'm always saying this for most of the men and the ladies. I'm talking to you as well, darlings. You do this as well because majority are raising these children by yourself, by choice, not by say it's happening. No, you're doing this by choice. Stop it. I'm saying because on an average, if most of the dudes that you screw, they just don't get up and just walk away. I solely believe, and I'm not talking off my ass, I solely believe majority of men don't sit to the side one day and say, I'm just not gonna deal with you and the child. No, it don't work like that. If you were conducting yourself a certain way, I mean really literally, that man will not go nowhere. You know what I'm saying? He will sit there and then not only comfort you, but play a role in your child's life. But a lot of women don't want to hear this because they know on the average, if there was a deep study done, why would you think most marriage end? And
a divorce.
No, but besides the thing that why they divorce because of financial issues, but really divorce really happens is really by infidelity, which they don't talk about. Because think about it. I'm not sure if your family was still together, Savage Soul and stuff.
Oh, I don't live with my parents. They're not together though.
Okay, but think about this. If you really ask it, have a sit down and really ask your father, and this is me saying this. If you ask, say, Dad, why your mom separate? Did she separate, or you decided to separate? I guarantee you'll tell you said your mom wanted the end on the average. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm saying this because men don't go out the way after they decide to secure the woman in regards to marriage. It's going to get now say I'm just going to leave her alone and just divorce her.
Yeah, they don't do that
No, they
unless
don't
they're
do that.
like getting abused or something. That's like the only time they might do it is if she's driving them crazy, like abusing them violently.
Well, it's more than that, but it's like this because most men, once they decide to say, I'm marrying you, he's staying. You know what I'm saying? Because he already makes the decision in his mind that said, I found the one and I could possibly know that I have some woman I could trust to go back to. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And a lot of women don't know that. And the reason why they don't know because their mothers and their grandmas don't teach that.
Yeah.
Because a lot of them, whether they're able to keep a man or they not, that's what normally happens in a lot of these relationships. Because men don't just sit there, and mind you, a man's not going to afford to do that because now he has to pay up alimony. Because divorce for a man is costly, including with children too. So a man in the back of his head is not going to do that just to hurt himself more financially.
Right.
So when I always think about the real reason why most of them get divorced, it's because of finance. That's one of the big reasons. But we had to go deeper because the average black person, either they got it or not, money on the average doesn't hold these relationships. Because if everything was about money, and let's say if everything was about money, like our argument, then most people that got money are good should not be separating at all. But then again, other than that, there's something else, another fact that they don't talk about. Because you know, so savage, and I probably know most people that even got married or not, they still able to get by and make do. So I can't always go by finance alone that people just end marriages because first of all, it's a financial strain already. Just getting married. So you tell me it's gonna be an even greater financial strain. Does it come out of it? It don't make sense. Minority did it kind of proves this that that's one of the main reasons why most couples divorce is money. But then again, when I look at other factors, they don't talk about these other factors.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah. So I think
Yeah.
I might have said enough. Take this information to heart. Take it to character. Go back to playback. You know, if you miss anything, you know, what's you know, where to find this channel, this page, Chaos Reign. You know.
Yeah.
And always, you know, Soul Savage at the end of this video, you know, put a comment on your link if possible so people can find you. Feel me?
Sure.
Yes. But other than that, let the chaos reign.